Village called Kodiri, the older son of the Nwaf family. He was strong, tall, and respected by everyone. His younger brother Munachi was different. Munachi was quiet. He loved to carve wood, sit by the roadside, and dream. Many people called him soft, but God always defended him. God of time told Munachi, my brother, you don't have to be like me. Just be yourself. I will protect you. They lived together with their cousin Vivian, their uncle John Paul, and a close friend called Peter. One Saturday morning, something happened that Uruagu village will never forget. The sky was clear, birds were singing, and the smell of roasted yam filled the air. Kodri and Munachi were returning from the farm, carrying firewood on their heads. Suddenly, they heard shouting from the village square. A group of boys from another village, boys from Umeze, had entered Uruagu and stone palm fruits for the elders' farm. The elders were angry. The whole village gathered. People shouted, argued, and pointed fingers. Then someone said something that broke Godri's heart. A villager shouted, it was Munachi. I saw him. He helped the thieves. The crowd gasped. People turned and looked at Munachi. Kodri shouted, that's a lie. My brother can never do that. But nobody listened. Even Peter, their friend, stepped back and said nothing. Even Vivian, their cousin, kept quiet. Even Uncle Jumpo, who raised him, looked away. In Uruagu, when someone is accused of helping thieves, the punishment is heavy. They don't kill you, but they shame you in front of the whole village. That day, the elders tried Munachi's hand and made him kneel in the sand. They poured palm oil on his head, a sign of disgrace. God stood there. His heart beating like a drum, but he said nothing. He watched as they mocked his brother. He watched as people spit on the ground near Munachi's feet. And he watched something even worse. He watched his brother crying. Silent tears, no shouting, no anger, just quiet tears that fell into the sand. That night, after someone had gone to sleep, God went to the riverside. He sat there thinking about his brother's tears. His heart was heavy. He remembered how they grew up together, sharing the same mats, eating from the same bowl, laughing under a moonlight. God knew something. He knew the truth. It was not Munachi who helped the thief. It was him, God himself. He did not steal for greed. He did it because his mother was sick. His mother, who lay down in the small hut, needed herbs and medicine they could not afford. So God made a painful decision. He secretly helped the boys from Umeze to take the palm fruits. They gave him money and he used the money to buy medicine. But still, his mother dead. And now, his brother was paying for his criminal. For 3 nights, Kodri could not sleep. His brother's tears followed him everywhere. In his dream, in his thoughts, in the whispers of the wind. Finally, on the fourth day, he went to the elders. He stood before the people of Uruagu, his voice shaking. God said, I'm the one who helped the boys from Umeze, not Munachi. It was me. I did it because I wanted to save my mother. The village square went silent. Even the birds stopped singing. People looked at each other. Nobody could believe what they heard. But it was too late. Even though Kodri confessed, the pain in Munachi's heart remained. He stopped talking. He stopped carving wood. He stopped sitting by the roadside. His eyes were empty. His spirit was broken. One evening, as the sun was going down, Munachi packed his small bag. He told Kodri, my brother, I don't hate you, but I cannot stay here anymore. My tears have washed away the love I had for this village. And with that, Munachi left Uruagu. He walked into the forest path and no one saw him again. Kodri became an old man. He stayed in Uruagu, sitting alone under a mango tree every evening. People respected him. They greeted him, but in his heart, he was not at peace. Sometimes, late at night, villagers would hear him talking to the wind. Kodri whispered, my brother, come back. I have carried your tears for too long. But no answer came. Because some wounds do not heal, some tears do not dry, and some brothers lives never to return. Many years passed in Uruagu. The mango trees grew taller. The rivers continued to flow. No children were born, and no stories were told in the evening. But the story of Kodri and Munachi remained. Some nights, when the moon was full and the wind was quiet, old women would sit by the fire and tell the children, do you know why the rivers near Uruagu never dies? It is because of my brother's tears. The villagers said, Munachi's tears had entered the earth, becoming part of the water that feed the village. One day, a stranger came to Uruagu. His face was covered with a cap. His cloth was dusty from travel, but his eyes told a story of pain, of distance, of memory. This man went straight to the mango tree where Kodri always sits. Kodri was now old and weak. His hair was white. His back was, but his eyes were still sharp. The stranger stood silently before him. Then he spoke. His voice is soft like the evening breeze. Brother, it is me. Cody's heart stopped for a second. It looked up, tears filling his old eyes. It was Munachi. Cody tried to stand, but his knees failed him. He reached out his hands, shaking. Cody whispered, Munachi, my brother, I thought I would die before you. Munachi smiled, but his smile was sad. Munachi said, I did not come back to stay. I came to forgive. Cody cried, forgive me, my brother, for all my years. I carry your pains in my chest. Munachi knelt beside Cody. He placed his hand on his brother's shoulder. Munachi whispered, brother, our tears have watered this ground. Let it grow love, not sorrow. And for the first time in many years, both brothers cried together, not tears of pain, but tears of healing. After that day, Munachi disappeared again. Some say he became a spirit of the forest, watching over the village. Some say he crossed the 7 hills and became a calf of status in another land. But one thing remained clear. The river near Uruagu never dried, and Its water stayed fresh and cool. The people believe it was because of my brother's tear. From that day, Uruagu village changed. People no longer rushed to judge each other. The elders taught the children about patience, about listening careful before speaking, and about carrying each other's. Every year, during the first rain of the season, the villagers gather by the river. They will stand silently, watching the water flow. And one elder would always say, those waters remind us of Munachi's tears and Kodri's regrets. Let no brother betray his brother again. At sunset, children of Uruagu will sit under a sun. Some will sit under a mango tree where Kodri once sits. The other ones would tell the younger ones the story again and again. Once there were two brothers that would begin. One was strong but made a mistake. The other was gentle but carried the pain. But love brought them back together. Some children asked, did Munachi ever come back again after that last day? And the elders would smile softly, their eyes is looking into the distance. My child, they would say, some people don't come back in body, but they come back in spirit. Every time you forgive someone, every time you help your brother, Nachi comes back through you. One day, near the riverbank, a fisherman found something strange. It was a small wooden carving, smooth and beautiful. On it were two fingers, two brothers holding hands with tears in their eyes but smile on their face. At the back of the carving wherefore was love beyond tears. The villagers believed Munachi carving it somewhere in the spirit world and sent it back as a message. They placed the carving at the village square beside the talking drum. It became a stable of peace and brotherhood for generations. As time passed, new village grew, new roads were built, phones came, cars came, and people began to forget old stories. But not this one, because in every corner of Africa, from small house to big city, brothers still cry, sisters still break each other's heart, and friends still part ways because of mistake. This story remains to remind us forgiveness is stronger than pride. Tears can break a home, but love can beat it again. Years after the story of Kodri and Munachi, travelers from other villages came to Uruagu. They heard the story and carried it far and wide in Oba, in Orifte, in Ichi, and even across the great river to Nsugbe. People whispered the tales of the brothers. Children in distant lands began to sing a new song. Brothers, hold my hand. Do not hide the pain with sand. When I cry, wipe my tears. Let us love behind the tears. The message of my brother's tale become more than a story. It became a song, a lesson, and a warning. Some said that Munachi's spirit still walks near the river at night when the moon is full and the sky is quiet. A gentle voice is heard by the waterside. The farmer said it is the wind. The woman said it is the river spirit. But the elders know the truth. It is Munachi. Brotherhood is not by blood alone. It is by love, by forgiveness, by standing together, even in the tears. This story of Uruagu has now crossed villages, cities, and even countries. Today,